Well, I'm out here at the Crown Vic today. It's a really nice day. It's actually 44 degrees, which is warm as hell considering it was a high of like 7 a few days ago. So it's a really warm day, and I came out here because someone asked about a problem with their car. They have a Crown Vic similar to mine, and their problem was the idle was way too high. They'd start it up and the engine would rev way up higher than it should. Now, there's probably about 1 million reasons a car could do that, especially something like this, but I'm just going to go over a couple of simple things. Obviously, you want to check to make sure that the cable isn't getting stuck or anything in there, so it wouldn't hurt to clean this up a little bit, make sure it's functioning right, make sure it's not sticking open. You can just go in the car, hit the gas, and then come out, take this shroud off here, the air box, and just take a peek in there and make sure it's shutting all the way. That'd be the mechanical issues as far as the cable, but he says the cable's not sitting on the floor, so I'd have to assume it's something other than that. Now, other things that can cause a high idle, probably one of the more common ones is this thing right here, the idle air control, IAC. And what that is a little motor that goes in and out, and what it does is it allows more air to bypass your throttle here and go in here, come out the other side, and it sort of adjusts the idle. So if this thing sticks, let's say it sticks open, you'll be getting more air in, and that'll cause your idle to rise way too high. So it seems to be a common problem with these things. They like to stick, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to take that out and clean it. Another thing would be a vacuum leak. Could have that, but there are about 1 million different things that can cause that, because anything that controls this little valve could potentially cause a high idle condition or a fluctuating idle or what have you. And that's electronically controlled. A few sensors do that. It could have a faulty TPS. It's possible. The coolant temperature could be going. I even read somewhere that a high idle could be caused by a faulty alternator, because it's trying to rev up to get the alternator to charge more. But you know what? There's about 1 million things that could do it, so I would first check that, and then if you have any more questions or anything like that, there is a website called crownvic.net, and they basically know everything about Crown Victorias. So you go on their site, go through the forums, and search for high idle, and it will give you lots of different things that could be wrong and ways to check it. It's a real good site if you have any questions. So if this cleaning that doesn't help, I would go there and just look up and see what they've got and search that site for a while. Well, now one other thing I wanted to do while I was out here was go ahead and test the fuel pressure while the engine is cranking. I had a theory that the starter was drawing way too much power, and if I had the proper equipment I could check that. I think what I'm going to do before I replace it is get a little meter with the clamp on there where I can test the amperage without actually tapping in to the power here. No chance of frying anything with an inductive one. Get that and just see how much it's drawing. But until then, I just wanted to see what the fuel pressure was doing while it was cranking, because if the fuel pressure drops quite a lot, that could be a big issue. So I just felt like testing that, so I'm going to grab my tester and go ahead and put it into the Schrader valve here, if I can get it off, and then I'll put it on there. We'll turn the key on, we'll see what the pressure is before I start cranking, and then I'll crank it over and we'll see what it's like as I'm cranking. Alright, I got my gauge hooked up. I got it screwed into the valve there. I actually dropped my my cap. It's laying on the intake somewhere, but that's alright. But as you can see, key's not on, it's 0, so I'm going to go ahead and hop in the car and turn the key, and we'll see what kind of fuel pressure we get. Make sure we don't have any leaks. Leaks are not good. I hear the fuel pump running, so we'll hop out. Looks like we're getting roughly about 35 it started at. And yeah, of course there's a little bit of a leak. Yeah, that's about as tight as it's going to get, I think. But hey, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't crank it over. Be very careful. Come on now. Don't really have the proper tools to be doing this, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Alright, we'll use the other end too. I'm going to set you down here. I'm going to see if I can't prop this gauge up somewhere where you can see it. I don't know how well you can... Well, you can't really see that, can you? Find a good spot for you somewhere here. Somewhere I can set that and run the controls here. Alright, this might work. Maybe. We shall see. There we go. Alright. Well, I've got good fuel pressure now and it damn near started. So I suppose it is quite warm today. I don't want to actually run it because I'm spraying a good bit of gas out of there, so I'm going to actually unscrew that and take it off. But that was actually, I guess, not that surprising. It's warm outside and I fired it up the other day, but well, at least I know I got good fuel pressure. Let's see if it'll start now. I'm going to unscrew that and fire it up. Well, since we're here, I figure I might as well fire it up. Not bad. I think it started up a lot warmer because, a lot quicker because it's a lot warmer, and also I had it running a few days ago. But I should come back out when it's cold and actually try it and see what happens. There, the idle dropped a bit. Still got that tick. If you unplug it, the idle's going to change dramatically. And if it doesn't do that, something's not working right. Just a little aside. Yeah, still got the good tick. I'll figure that out later. But hey, that started up real nice.